To automatically create Trello cards from your Gmail, you'll build a Zap in Zapier that watches your inbox for specific emails and generates a card the moment one arrives. I'm going to walk you through every setting, including the field mapping that makes those cards genuinely useful. Head to zapier.com in your browser and sign in. Once your dashboard loads, confirm that both your Gmail and Trello accounts are already connected inside Zapier. You can check that under My Apps in the left sidebar. If they aren't, connect them now so we're not interrupted halfway through. Now, click the big Create button at the top left and choose Zaps from the menu. That opens the Zap editor, which is where we'll build this automation from scratch. Every Zap begins with a trigger, and that's what we'll set up next. Click the Trigger step. It's the first block labeled Trigger with a plus icon. In the app search bar that appears, type Gmail and select it. Right away, you'll see a list of trigger events. Don't just pick New Email. If you do that, every single message that hits your inbox, including newsletters and receipts, will spawn a Trello card. Instead, choose New Email Matching Search. This lets you filter which emails become cards, and it's the single biggest decision that keeps your Trello board clean. Once you've selected it, Zapier will ask you to connect your Gmail account if you haven't already. Just follow the authorization prompt, and when you're back in the editor, we'll configure what that search actually looks like. In the trigger setup, you'll see a field labeled Search String. This is where you write a Gmail search query, exactly like you type into the search box inside Gmail itself. You might use something like from manager@company.com subject invoice, or label to review has attachment. I found it's safest to test your search string inside Gmail first, so you know exactly how many results come back and that they're the right ones. A common mistake here is adding a filter that's too broad and getting cards you don't need, or too specific and missing emails that matter. Once you've entered your search, click Continue. Zapier will pull in a sample email. This is the moment you see whether your filter works. If it says no sample found, tweak your search string or check that a matching email exists in your inbox. When it grabs a sample, you'll see the subject, sender, and body preview right there. That confirms the trigger is pulling the right data, so you can move on. Now hit the action step below, the one that says Action. Search for Trello and pick it. For the action event, select Create Card. This is the only option that directly adds a card wherever you point it. Zapier will ask you to authorize your Trello account if you haven't yet, and then it loads your workspaces, boards, and lists. First, under Workspace, pick the team or personal workspace that holds the board. Then choose the specific board from the drop-down, say your client projects board, and immediately after that, the list where new cards should land, like Inbox or To Do. Get this right now. I've seen people accidentally select the wrong list and spend days wondering why tasks vanished. Once the list is set, we get into the real power of this Zap, field mapping. You'll see Trello card fields like name, description, and maybe due date or labels. Click into the name field and a pop-up will show you all the data pulled from your sample Gmail email. Select subject, so each card's title becomes the email subject. For the description, I always click Show All Options and build a snippet that includes the sender's name, the email body, and a direct link to the original message. You can type something like from, chirp, pulled, and then use the Insert a Field button to drop in those specific Gmail fields. That way, when you open the Trello card, you don't have to go hunting for the email. The context is right there. A trap I fell into early on was mapping the raw HTML body without stripping tags, which made cards unreadable. If your emails come in rich text, use the body plain version from the Gmail fields instead. Once your fields are mapped, hit Continue. Zapier shows a summary of what the card will look like, so scan it quickly to be sure nothing got scrambled. Before you publish, click the Test Step button inside the Trello action. Zapier will actually create a real card on your live board using the sample email. Switch over to Trello in a new tab and find that card. Open it and check that the subject, description, and any other fields appear exactly as you designed them. If something's off, now is the moment to tweak your field mapping, not after 50 emails have flowed through. Assuming the card looks solid, head back to Zapier and review the entire workflow one last time. Then hit that Publish toggle. Your Zap is live. Immediately, it will start listening for new emails that match your search string and turn them into actionable tasks in Trello without you lifting a finger. I always send myself a deliberate test email right after publishing, just to watch it flow through and confirm the automation runs end to end. At this point, you've just built a Zap that turns emails into Trello cards automatically, saving you from copy-paste busy work and keeping projects moving. If you ever need to adjust which emails get picked up, just edit the search string in your trigger. No need to rebuild anything. When you're ready, save this video so you can revisit the steps anytime your workflow changes. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next one.